Hey everyone, GamerRise009 here, heading back into Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, the side stories. So we're going to do Balance Part 1. Yes, I've been changing the background quite a bit. Natsuki! While Natsuki was messing with the orientation of her manga in the dark closet shelf, Sayori approaches from behind and pulls her into an embrace. What? Hi. Literature Club has been in full swing since Natsuki joined. Including her, the club is now comprised of 4 members: Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and Monica. Each club member had received a day in the spotlight to share all their favorite kinds of literature with each other. Natsuki was first to share her passion for manga, and Sayori shared her love for poetry as well as how she goes about writing it herself. Monica, who has multiple literary interests, decided to focus her day on short stories. And finally, Yuri managed to demonstrate her obsession with fantasy with a little help and encouragement from Sayori. After the week was spent in their presentations, Monica decided to give the club members the next week to freely explore each other's literary interests. Sayori has spent most of the time in the club so far with Yuri's fantasy books, is rather excited to begin her journey into Natsuki's mangas collection. I want to read with you today. Tell me which one I should pick. Well, it depends on the kind of stuff you like. I mean, there's romance, drama, comedy, mystery. I like all those things. Sayori reaches out and pulls a random book from the shelf and inspects the cover. Should this girl be wearing more clothes? You wouldn't like that one. In a panic, Natsuki snatches the book from Sayori's hand and then replaces it into the shelf in a less conspicuous location. Okay, well, if you really have no preferences, then let's just start with something that's easy to get into. A lot of these don't start to get good until like a few volumes in, and I wouldn't ask someone to make that kind of commitment unless they're already really into manga. I can handle it. I did it with Yuri's books at least. Well, I'm more considerate than that. Although I'm kind of impressed by your attention span if you put that much effort into her books. No, I have attention span of a donut. But I love my friends, and I can do anything if it's for them. Well, okay then. Let's do something that even donuts can read. I didn't say I was a donut, I just said I had the attention span of one. Aw, you were just trying to call me sweet. You're so cute. No, how did you get to that conclusion? And don't call me that. A donut? Cute. Aw, how come? I just don't like it. I don't need a reason. Natsuki yanks a book from the shelf and closes the closet doors. If someone asks you to stop, then you just need to stop. People need to realize that. I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to hurt you. Nah, sorry, it wasn't you. Natsuki shakes her head while pulling a second chair over to the desk. I was talking about something else. I didn't mean to get angry all of a sudden. Natsuki averts her gaze and mumbles. You're like a nice person, so I wasn't talking about you. I still learned a valuable lesson. Sayori speaks softly as well as feeling shy after she receiving the unexpected compliment. Well, anyway, here's a book, so just start it whenever you feel like it. What's it about? Well, it's a comedy and there's romance too, obviously. Sayori looks at the title and it's called Love is Another Word for Luck. It's about a girl who keeps accidentally running into the same guy, and then you find out, well, you should just read it. But you have to tell me what you think. I could already guess that you're gonna ship yourself with it. Would be so funny if I'm right. Ship? I don't get it. Oh, never mind. Let's not worry about it yet. Just make sure you tell me what you think. Oh, okay. I'll start then. Maybe tomorrow we can do poetry too. Oh, yeah, I guess. But don't you want to finish the first? Yeah, but we could do both. I mean, unless you don't like poetry, then I won't make you or anything. No, it's just, well, never mind. You can worry about it tomorrow. After the club meeting ends and Natsuki and Yuri leave, Monica strikes up a conversation with Sayori. I see you got Natsuki to share some of her manga with you. I really want to become better friends with her. She's so enthusiastic and expressive. I need some water, probably. I could just listen to her talk, she's so cute. I'm not sure what she meant. I can't say that to her, or I just can't say it at all. Say what? Nothing. I'm a woman of respect. But Natsuki is a woman of cute. Oh, I said it. What's so bad about that? I don't know. But you know there's one thing that I'm kind of worried about. Sometimes I'm afraid that Natsuki actually doesn't like me very much. Oh, that's ridiculous. How come you feel that way? Well, I mean, just little signs like how she only says hi to me after I say hi to her first. It feels like she only gets excited to talk to me when it's about manga and other stuff she likes. She just seems dismissive a lot. She was like that when I brought up poetry. Yeah, but that doesn't mean she doesn't like you. She's probably just shy, you know? Maybe. Maybe your stupid head is just making me worry for no reason. Maybe my stupid head is just making me worry for no reason, like it likes to do that. It's okay. Try not to worry so much. Overthink everything will be great. But you can always talk to me about any concerns that you have and here to help. You're the best. Sayori gives Monica a quick hug. Well, I'm glad you keep trying because I love her and I want to get closer to her. You got this. After the next club meeting starts, Sayori is the last one in as usual. Trotting into the room, she sees Natsuki sitting alone by the desk, reading what must be manga. Without hesitation, Sayori pulls up a chair and plops herself down right next to Natsuki. Sorry, it's kind of late doing this. Hello there. Hi. What you reading? Can I read it with you? Natsuki pulls the book away from Sayori. You can't just start in the middle. There are spoilers. Besides, what about the one I gave you yesterday? Sorry, I was just curious. Well, anyway, I've been waiting forever for this volume to come out, and it just came out yesterday, so... Oh, that's exciting. Well, I'll let you read it then. Can I sit next to you, though? Sure. Sayori plops herself down next to Natsuki, then pulls out the blank sheet of paper. Natsuki reads the silence, save for the periodic flutter of a page being released from beneath her thumb. From Sayori's side, only the light tapping noises of her pen meeting the paper can be heard. Time passes. Sayori's paper is filled with scribbles and the manga margins are lined with stick figures. Natsuki lets out a deep sigh and closes her book. Did you finish? No, but it was a good stopping point. My head is swimming. I need a break. Natsuki stretches her arms. Aren't you bored? No, I was writing. Oh. I saw all the stick figures and thought you were just bored. I just draw those when I'm thinking of or waiting for inspiration. I made friends with them all. This one is sad because she thinks the night sky is pretty, but she can't look up at the stars in public without everyone thinking she's a weirdo. And this one has problems with his back, and the doctors can't figure out what's wrong with him. What the heck? You're the weirdo. Want to read the poem I'm working on? Sure, I guess. Sayori slides the paper over to Natsuki. As Natsuki reads through the poem, she furrows her eyebrows. She slides the paper back over to Sayori. Don't you ever feel weird just staring all of your thoughts and feelings like this? I mean, your poems are like really emotional. Is that bad? Well, no, I was just like an observation. I think people can get closer to each other if they find ways of expressing their feelings. Well, Natsuki begins a protest, but she can't find a good way of putting her thoughts into words. Doesn't that depend more on the kinds of friends you have? I don't know. To each your own, but You never met anyone I'd feel comfortable sharing my poems with. Not that it's just how I am, so. You write poems? You never told me that. I just thought you wrote other stuff. Yeah, that too, but you should. I mean, would you ever want to share? Like I said, I don't do that. But can we talk about something else? I'm sorry. It's not your fault. It just makes me uncomfortable. I can't help it. Still, I'm sorry. It's fine. Well, let's be more of something that makes us both happy. I should continue with the book you gave me since I didn't get very far yet. Sure. Over the next few days, Sayori began to each club meeting by approaching Natsuki and unwavering enthusiasm. It's Natsuki! Natsuki! Hi, Natsuki! At the end of one club meeting, Monica, who had become rather invested in Sayori's friendship mission, starts an innocuous conversation with Natsuki while she packs up. It's cool that you've been finding time to spend with Sayori. She is pretty excited for the chance to read manga with you. Yeah. I'm sure you've been enjoying the chance to share too, right? Yeah, mostly. Natsuki glances over his shoulder, but doesn't reply further. What's on your mind? Nothing. I don't talk about people behind their backs. Oh. Natsuki falls silent, but she just fidgets instead of getting back to what she was doing as though she wants to say more. It's okay to share your feelings. That's different from talking about someone behind their back. I guess. I just hate when people talk about something about me behind their back, so I'm better than to do it to others. Monica shares a bright smile. You're really considerate. Thanks, I guess, but it doesn't feel like that. Like it can. You can trust me. Natsuki stands in silence, the moment still fidgeting. I just feel smothered sometimes. I'm not used to someone being like all over me right after we meet. I mean, it's fun to hang out with her, but I have no control over the pace. I can't just meet with someone and just instantly become best friends and well, like shares everything about myself. That's not how it works. I just want to chill out sometimes. Oh, I didn't realize that was happening. It's fine. Why would you have? I know, I just feel bad about it. I know Sayori is so I should have realized. Monica navigates through her tinge of guilt, which was surfaced mainly due to her being the one who previously encouraged Sayori's behavior. Despite not knowing the situation, Monica can't help but feel a little responsible. Do you want me to talk to her about it? No, I wouldn't like that. Well, I don't know, could like divert her into another club activity for you or something. No way, that would be so underhanded and mean. Sorry, I didn't think that one though. Besides, just because complain about it doesn't mean I'm asking for someone to solve my problem for me. True. I'm sorry. I guess I was just instinctively wanting you to try and solve problems even if I haven't been invited to. It's fine. I would talk to Sayori about it, but it would make things really weird between us. I feel like it would make her constantly be afraid that she's bothering me. I don't know how to just keep things natural. Well, I think if you do a great job expressing all your feelings, she would totally understand. Sayori really wants to be the best that she can be for other people. I think she would actually be happy that you want to improve your friendship with her. Maybe. It just feels so dumb talking to someone about how to be friends for them. It's just weird and not cool. Monica shrugs. It's the literature club. Then she mumbles through a stifled laugh. It's not the cool club. Hey! Sorry, that's just tickled me for some reason. Look, I don't know that you're kind of in a tough spot and that it's hard for you to really express yourself, but you really demonstrated to me that you are great at self-reflection and critical thinking. Ever if it doesn't feel like it to you, I think that that the important part of of being able to navigate through these things. So I believe that you'll find the right thing to do. Well, Natsuki instinctively started to reject the compliment, but she can't find a way to excuse to do so. Thanks. Natsuki gathered her things, then she finishes her thoughts in a mumble. And I'm still glad I joined the club, even if it's weird sometimes. Maka smiles, but Natsuki turns her back and walks away before waiting for a reply. It was an unusual way for Natsuki to express the appreciation, but Monica knew what she meant. It made Monica feel like everything really was going to be okay. Oh good, we got some extra time. Okay, we're heading into balance part 2. So, we're only going to do some of it, if anything. It's lunchtime. Sayori, who usually buys her lunch, is making her way to the cafeteria like any other day. The clamor and bustle of the students is drowned by Sayori's impeccable skill of zoning out. However, her imagination is momentarily interrupted by the glimpse of the familiar pink-haired girl. Hey, that's Natsuki. I never run into the other club members around school. Natsuki! Sayori stands on her tiptoes and waves. Natsuki, who's busy walking and chatting with her friends, doesn't notice Sayori at first. As she glances over Sayori's direction, Sayori waves enthusiastically. Following her friends, Natsuki quickly ducks around the corner. Hey! She definitely saw me. Monica is the first to arrive at the club meeting, then Natsuki. Sayori had glanced over through the window to see Natsuki already inside. Is unable to work up enough courage to enter. Natsuki's been so distant with me. It was stupid to think she ever wanted to be friends. She only got excited because she got to share her manga. But aside from that, she doesn't even like me. I should just go home today. Sorry, but do you plan on going inside? No. Why? I'm sulking. Oh. Well, I'm sorry for bothering you. Excuse me. No, don't leave me. Oh, I'll stay here then. I don't want to go in and I'm afraid to be bothering Natsuki. I saw her at lunch today, so I waved at her and called her, but instead of saying hi, she just ran away from me. Really? Not bad. Hey! Sorry. I'm sorry. That was a joke. It just sounded like something stupid that I would do. From anxiety. From anxiety? Well, I just don't like the attention of being drawn to myself. Oh. Well, that makes sense based on the person you are. But Natsuki isn't shy like that at all. I thought we were friends. But it feels like every day she's just trying to distance herself more instead of getting closer. It makes it feel like she was only spending time with me during the club because I was reading manga, but she didn't actually want to be friends with me. Well, I feel like I'm missing a lot of context here. Was she in the middle of anything when you approached her? No, she was just walking with her friends. With her friends. Yuri pauses for the moment. How do I put this? Sarah, you're very fond of your friends, right? You always want to be spending time with them. Of course, I don't think there's anything more important to me. I mean, the best part of my day was always with my friends. Besides that, I really hate being alone, so... You hate being alone? Sayori nods. You're very different people. You're very different people. I cherish my time alone. I wouldn't trade it all for anything. So I think, while I was trying to have alone time and it was being threatened with an interruption then, I just would not make me very happy. Yeah, but that doesn't have to do with Natsuki. She was already with her friends, not trying to be alone or anything. I think it's similar. Well, we're all friends in the club, but we have our own lives outside the club as well. If you think about it, making new friends isn't some casual occurrences that happen on a daily basis. A friendship is an invitation to intertwine with your lives together, but the capacity of which each person is ready to do that might be different. There are friends who just like to have their fun together, and others who talk every day and share every detail of their lives with each other. I think when establishing friendship, it's important to consider the comfort level of each of the other person. I mean, we don't really know how much about Natsuki in the outside of the club. It simply needs to make friendships of her own pace. Other than that, she just headfirst into a new commitment. But that means I really was bothering her. I just really wanted to be good friends with her, so I treated her like one. Was I actually hurting her? I don't know, I'm sorry. My insight is really only based on what I understand about my own needs. And Natsuki and I are completely different, so why was I so selfish? If it was all that true, then it still means I hurt her. I think I messed up. Yuri, with you, I think I was already really careful to understand your needs and what I was becoming friends with you. But I wasn't careful at all with Natsuki because she already seemed really social. I took control of everything instead of looking for the right balance. Now I hurt her and she doesn't want to talk to me. How could I let myself do this? Sayori, I think that, well, there is one time you told me something about the way I saw things in my head being different from reality. It's easy to automatically jump to the worst case scenario, but I think more likely than not that Natsuki doesn't harbor any ill feelings towards you. So I think if you were realistically consider the situation and how it would cause someone to feel, I'm a little bad at this, I'm sorry. You're a lot better than me at things like comforting and reassuring people. Suddenly, Sayori gives Yuri a gentle hug. You're the best, Yuri. I'm sorry for burdening you with this. You're trying so hard for me. You're such a sweetheart. It's not a burden. I enjoy listening to others, and my friends deserve happiness. Sayori beams. Well, I think I'm gonna give Natsuki some space. She should do what she wants. And if it does still want to be friends, then I'll learn her needs and match her boundaries. Yeah, I'm sure that's what's best. I wish I didn't feel so awful and guilty. It makes me feel desperate, like I need to make up to her by trying to make her happy. But that's not what she needs. I just have to tell myself that. It hurts, but I guess it means I still need to grow. I really want to grow as a person. If it's to be better for my friends, I want that. That's very mature of you, Sayori. I'm mature. Sayori hops up and down on her toes. So does that mean you'll be going home after all? Sayori shakes her head. I need to be here to show her that I respect the space. I'll just spend the club by myself today. Yuri nods in understanding. You could go in first. Okay. You're blocking the door. Oh, Sayori steps aside. By the way, before Yuri enters the club room, Sayori interjects. You said that you and Natsuki are completely different, but I didn't really think that's true. I think you're actually really similar in a lot of ways. Yuri smiles and shakes her head. Sayori, that's absurd. You're very silly sometimes. Yuri turns and enters the club room. After a moment, Sayori follows. The club room is quiet. When Sayori walks in, Natsuki glances in her direction. Sayori smiles and gives Natsuki a quick wave before sitting down across the room. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Sayori decides to do her best to continue the manga she was reading, so she pulls it out. However, it looks like Natsuki isn't reading today. She has a sheet of paper in front of her and tapping a pen against the desk, staring at it. Oh, are we writing today? Monica speaks in a quiet voice, unwilling to disturb the peace of this club room. She kneels down to Natsuki's desk. Hey! Natsuki pulls the sheet closer to her and covers it with her arms. Sorry, I didn't mean to speak. Whatever. If you want to see how everything was going, I just wanted to see how everything was going. It's fine, Natsuki replies dismissively. She glances over at Sayori, who's focused on the manga. Manga follows Natsuki's gaze. I think she's mad at me. How come? I'm busy right now. Ask me later. Manga falls silent. Natsuki looks back down at the paper. She inches her hand away from the top of the margin, allowing Monica to see. It says, to Sayori. Understanding, Monica smiles and she places her hand on Natsuki's shoulder and whispers softly, I'm proud of you. Natsuki looks away but makes the motion to remove Monica's hand. Monica gave Natsuki's shoulder a quick squeeze before standing back up and pulling away. God, I'll be surprised if I finish this before then. The end of the club meeting passes. Yuri's already departed. So has Monica after checking on Sayori and Natsuki to ensure they wouldn't stay too late. Sayori was determined to finish her manga volume before she headed out, since the end was approaching. However, with Natsuki also staying late for the unknown reason, a silent tension hangs in the air. After finishing the volume, Sayori brings it to the closet to put it away. She slid it back onto the shelf while Natsuki watches. Then Natsuki gets up and pulls it back out in order to return to the proper location. Sorry, I didn't know where it was supposed to go. It's fine. The two fall silent again, avoiding eye contact. They both look at it like they were about to say something, but neither can break the silence. A moment passes. Well, I'll be on my way. See you tomorrow. Sayori turns away to hide her pained expression, then walks away from the closet. If there was any proof Natsuki no longer wanted to be friends, that was it. Defeated, Sayori carries herself out of the club room. Once in the hallway, Sayori takes a deep breath and hits her palm against her cheeks to clear her head a little. Okay, this is going to be the end of the video, so this is GamerRise009 signing off.